Vaheguru, 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 Vaheguru,
Then Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. So now, first question. Looking at all these pictures here, can everybody see the screen? Okay, put your hands up. Tell me, on there, is there any Dastaar that is wrong or you think is right? Do you think any of them are wrong over there? Put your hands up, put your hands up. Or just shout it out, let's see if it's all everyone saying the same thing. Do you think any of the Dastaar on there are wrong? No. So that tells us that it doesn't really matter what style of Dastaar we wear, okay? As long as we've got one on, okay? And it'll be different people would like to wear different styles, and certain ones will suit certain people, okay? Depending on maybe the size of their face, or depending on sometimes who they chill out with, and they might like a particular style, okay? So come on, let's have some hands up to say which one's your favorite. Which ones do you like out of these, okay?
The one that's that one, the one you do.
Which one? This one?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's, what's your name? Ajay. Okay, Oreo. Okay, I had an Oreo milkshake yesterday. Okay. Go on, which one's your favorite? The police lady. Okay, you've changed your mind now. I think that's a girl. Okay. So that just shows, it's just to show you guys that everybody will like their own styles, and everybody more or less said something different. Okay, so it doesn't really matter what style we wear. Okay, some people will just like different styles. But today, we're here to learn a little bit more about the Dastaar. Generally, if I was to ask you a question, and normally when somebody does talk about the Dastaar, what would you think? What's the first thing that will come into your mind? Who's somebody that wasn't here yesterday? Something about the Dastaar, why do we wear it? Anybody want to have a go? Okay. Okay, so a lot of the times, when somebody talks about the Dastaar, the first thing we're normally told that it's out of respect. Okay, so yes, that's one of the reasons that when we come in front of Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj Ji, in front of our master, out of respect, yes, we cover our head, but we're going to look into a little bit more today. Jiske sir upar tu Swami, so dukh kaisa pave. Okay, so this means, you know, if somebody's got their master on their head, not literally sitting on their head, but you know, when we think of someone really great, you know, when we respect someone, we don't think of them to be underneath us. Do we think of them to be under our feet? Someone that we respect loads. Do we? No. We think of them to be higher than us, yes? Okay. So this is what we're saying here. Who's our master? Put your hands up. Who's our master? Who's our master? Right at the back there. Yes, excellent. Our master is Guru. Okay, so everyone after me. Tan Tan Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji. Okay, so Swami here, referring to God. Guruji talks about God, but we'll talk to Guruji. Okay, our master is Guruji. So, how can anyone get hurt? Okay, that doesn't mean you're not going to fall over and playing football and you're not going to get a bruise, okay? It means, did you see some of those pictures? Who saw some of those pictures when we were singing Sir Jabe Ta Jabe? Did anybody see some of the pictures that were on the screen? Yes. Yeah, did you see the pictures? Okay, who did you see a picture of? Okay, shout it out. Okay, yeah. So somebody might think, ooh, that must really hurt. Okay, but you know what? But when Baba Deep Singh Ji had their head on their hand, it wasn't hurting them from inside, because they didn't turn their back to their Guru. Okay, because they were still walking towards Guruji. Okay, they didn't turn their back on Guruji, so that means from inside they wasn't hurting. Okay, so jiske sir upar tu Swami, so dukh kaisa pave. So when we really respect somebody, okay, we don't put them underneath our feet. Okay, so that's one of the things that the Dastaar is saying. We are saying, Guruji, by having a Dastaar right on the top of my head, right at the top highest part, Guruji, I'm going to remember that you are always above me. That Guruji, I'm going to remember that you are always above and watching me. That's the most important part. What was the most important part? That you are? Okay, you are watching me. Okay, so we got to remember that Guruji is watching us when? When do you think? When? Only when we come to the Gurdwara, you think? Is there put your hands up if you think it's only if we come to the Gurdwara, Guruji is watching us. Okay, if everyone agrees that it's all the time, then say Waheguru as loud as you can. Okay, but do you ever forget something? Okay, I'll explain what that means. Has anyone here ever forgot anything? Ever? Yeah, if you think you have, say Waheguru. Okay, I definitely have, so I would have said Waheguru a lot louder because I forget all the time, okay, all the time. So that's why the Dastaar is a reminder to us, because we do forget things, is to remind us that Guruji is always above us, is always watching everything we are doing. So it's a constant reminder that Guruji is watching us, okay? Do you ever need to be reminded of something? Yep. Okay, say Waheguru if you do. Waheguru. Okay. Yeah, so that's why Guruji has given us a reminder. He says, here you go, take a Dastaar and always remember that you're being watched. What will happen if we remember that we're being watched? Do you think we'll be a bit more good? Or will we be more naughty? Yeah. See, it makes sense now, doesn't it? So now I remember that Guruji is watching me. So now I'm going to try and not go home and beat my wife up today. Okay. Oh, not that really. I'm only joking. Okay. Some of them got really worried. Oh, okay. And the other thing is, what else did the Dastaar? Why have I got Ekunkar in the head? You know why? Because the Dastaar reminds us that whatever our Guruji tells us to do, that we keep it number one, right at the top of the list. So our Guruji tell me something that our Guruji tells us to do. Tell me something. Okay, Vandshakana, to share. One more. Something else that Guruji tells us to do. Don't lie, yes. So all these, the Dastaar is telling us to put these things number one, right at the top, okay, before anything else. What do you think we should put right down underneath our feet? Remember I said you're not allowed to speak. What would you put right underneath? What do we need to throw away and go like this and stamp over it? Come on.
Bad stuff.
Yeah, bad stuff. Who beats up their brother or sister here? Oh, whoa. I'm scared of you guys. I even got someone big over there putting their hands up. That's not a good sign. Even you do. Whoa, okay. So things like that, where do we need to put them? In our feet, to say that I don't want to do that anymore. Okay, let's get focused again. Everyone repeat after me. Waheguru. Waheguru. So let's move on now. So this we've already spoke about, that it's not just in the Gurdwara we've got to be good. So is it only in the Gurdwara we should be covering our head? Only in the Gurdwara we should be covering our head? Look, over here. Have they all got their head covered, or only some of them? All, but do you know when they leave Harmandir Sahib, when they go outside, do you think they're still going to all have their head covered? Yes, only some of them will. Most of them, they'll take it off, won't they? Do you think when I'm going to leave the Gurdwara today, do you think I'm going to leave my Dastaar here? No, I'm taking it with me, okay? So, do you think they only need reminding? Why are you still laughing? Do you think they only need reminding that they're being watched inside the Gurdwara? Do you think they might forget outside as well? Yeah, we forget outside as well. So yes, we should try and keep our head covered all the time, because we need to be reminded that Guruji is watching. Okay? Karta Purkh. I didn't go through that yesterday. Just quickly going to talk about that. Karta is talking about that Waheguru Ji is the creator. He's made us. Yeah? He's made the world. He's made the trees. You know, Purk, guess where he lives? Guess where Waheguru Ji lives? Yeah, everywhere. Purk means he poured himself, you know, like you pour some water into a glass. He poured himself into everything he made. Okay, so he lives everywhere. And what we're going to do now at this point is, if there's anybody that would like to have a Dastaar tied, then Ravinder Singh is willing to tie the Dastaar. And I just got to get your name. Taranjeet. And Taranjeet helped tie the Dastaar as well yesterday. Okay, we've got plenty of helpers today, but we've not got enough volunteers to actually have a Dastaar tied. Okay, so one. You can stand on that side if you want in the Dastaar tied. Look over here. What do you call this? Somebody put your hands up. What do you call this? Who wasn't here yesterday? Was he here yesterday? Okay, you call it the Golden Temple. Even Jagib Benji went through this last week, both days, and she was saying, what's the actual name for it? And she was saying, let's not call it the Golden Temple. Shout it out, come on. Okay, so let's get out of this habit of calling it Golden Temple and let's start calling it. Yes, we're going to call it Harmandir Sahib Ji, okay? Har means Waheguru. Mandir means temple, okay? Okay, so we got 5. Guru Arjan Dev Ji said, this body, look, Guru Arjan Dev Ji said this body is like a temple as well. Look, you know the dome here, the design's been taken from a Dastaar. So that is the temple's Dastaar, okay? Our body, that is the temple. And guess who sits right here underneath, directly underneath? Nice and loud, who sits there right in the middle? Yes, Guru Granth Sahib Ji sit right in the middle underneath. And guess what? Who sits right underneath here in our hearts? Guess who sits there? Everybody nice and loud, Waheguru. Waheguru Ji sits right here, right underneath, okay? Just like that. It's the same design, isn't it? Do you think that's wow? If you think that's wow, then say Waheguru. Waheguru. Okay. You know, even though all the Gurujis wore the stars, okay? But the style changed slightly from the 6th Guru. From who's the 6th Guru again? Yes, nice and loud. Which Guru? Yes, Guru Har Gobind Sahib Ji. Okay, but when they sat on the throne, you know who was ruling over India then? They were trying to be really cruel. They were saying, only we can have weapons. Only we can have nice, beautiful royal turbans. This is only we can have horses. And you know what, Guru Har Gobind Sahib Ji, they were 9 years old when they sat on the throne. And they says, only you can. And they says, watch this then. And then they said, we can't have any weapons. Instead, they wore 2 karpana. They wore 2 swords. They said, we can't have any Dastars. They wore one small one underneath, then they wore a big one on the top, and they decorated it. Okay? They says, we can't have any horses. Then they went and got 2. Their horses were called Dilbag and Gulbag. They said, we are only under the rule of Guru Nanak Dev Ji. Okay? They said, we're not going to take to bullying. We're not going to get bullied from anyone. Okay, so that's when the Dastaar style changed and it became more royal. Okay, so that Guru Sahib Ji said, we are all kings, meaning we are all the children of Guru Nanak. And then when Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji, our 9th Guru, I'm speeding through this now, sorry I took too long in the beginning. So when Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji, when they got Shaheed in Delhi, and Bhai Jeta Ji brought back their seas, brought back their head, and Guru Gobind Singh Ji said, didn't anybody come up to pick up father's seas, pick up father's head? Bhai Jeta Ji said, they said they were quite scared because they said whoever comes forward is going to be killed. And Guru Gobind Singh Ji said, oh, that's right, because Sikhs didn't have an actual identity then, even though they had long hair, but you still they didn't stand out. So Guru Gobind Singh Ji says, I'm going to create such a Sikh that you'll be able to spot amongst thousands of thousands, you'll still be able to spot a Sikh. And you know what the advantage of that is? So if I say I'm a Sikh of Guru Nanak Dev Ji, and then if I come to the Gurdwara and I think, ooh, these are a nice pair of trainers, and I've got a nice Dastaar on, I've got a kirpan on, I think, I'll take them home. Okay, it's happened to me here as well. I didn't take someone else's home, the other way around. Okay, and then they go to pick up these trainers. They're not theirs, and they think I'll have them. And then somebody comes, and they says, oh, but you're a Sikh of Guru Nanak. And they say, how do you know? I say, it's a bit obvious. Look at that big Dastaar on your head. Okay, so we can't hide. Even if we want to hide, we can't hide anymore. Okay, we stand out, and we stand out for a good reason, because so we can help people. So if somebody's hurt, they can say, oh look, there's a Sikh of Guru Nanak. I know he'll help me. Look, he's got his uniform on all the time. Guru Gobind Singh Ji said, Jab lag khalsa rahe nyara, tab lag tej diyu main sara. Guru Gobind Singh Ji says, I want you to stand out. I want you to look different. And he says, don't be afraid. You don't have to worry and try and look like the world. You don't have to stand in the mirror for 2 hours trying to look beautiful. They said, just be different. Wear the star, wear your panj kakar. And they said, you want to look beautiful? They says, I'll give you my shine. Does anybody here want Guru Gobind Singh Ji's shine? If you want Guru Gobind Singh Ji's shine, then say Waheguru. Waheguru. I'd want it a lot more than that. If you want Guru Gobind Singh Ji's shine, then say Waheguru. Yes, so yes, we all want to be lions, not sheep, okay? So this is the last part now. Just the actual literal meaning of Dastaar. How beautiful is it to have a Dastaar? Das means 10, okay? Tar means folds. It's talking about 10 folds, okay? So it doesn't mean you have to actually have 10 folds. It's just an example that it should be made up of many layers, okay? It could be 8, but it's just saying 10 folds, okay? And then, you know what? This isn't just a kapra, piece of cloth on your head. It's way more than that. You know what it is when you've got the star on your head? You know how big and great it is? It's as great as this. In actual fact, it's actually for the girls, it's Mata Sahib Kaur. Okay, Mata Sahib Kaur is the mother of the Khalsa Panth. It's Mata Sahib Kaur's 10 fingers, das, tara, folds of her fingers on top of your head. Okay, so Mata Sahib Kaur is with you all the time if you've got the star on. It's Mataji's hands on your head. For the Singhs, okay, who of you that are boys here, it's Guru Gobind Singh Ji's 10 fingers, das, tara, folds on top of your head all the time. Who wouldn't want Guru Gobind Singh Ji? Who wouldn't want Mata Sahib Kaur Ji right on top of their head? Isn't that something beautiful to have? If you think it is, then say Waheguru. Waheguru. Okay, so that's our presentation about the Dastaar. I'm sorry I had to rush it because I got carried away at the beginning telling jokes. Okay, so Waheguru Ji ka, Waheguru Ji ki.